I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yes or no? Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
I had no prior knowledge of the planned assault on Nancy Kerrigan.
I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in.
What's up, kids? Gallerati.
What's up,
back
adults?
in the mix. Giulio Gallerati here. Oops, the podcast. Welcome back. Many episodes in. I'm joined here by young Lynch, a.k.a. Ryan Lynch.
AKA me. How are you?
Chip Chop, Chippity Chop. Down with Chipotle and up with the boys.
Up with the boys. What's new, Scooby-Doo?
Well, you know, not
That's
as
what my
much.
mom says.
Not as much as news with you, Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
So Lynch has been plotting, and now the plot is about to come to fruition. Once this episode has come out, there's no turning back.
No.
Now, Lynch, fill us in.
This won't be a canceled episode. I'm proposing this weekend.
Wow.
It'll have happened by the time this episode comes out, or it will not have happened, but we're going to release the episode either way.
What do you mean?
If she says no, we're still going to put this episode
I thought you
out.
mean like if you decide to delay.
Imagine we do like 2 or 3. How many times do you think the audience would be patient with that, delaying it? Talking about doing it and then not doing it. I'd say the over-under on that would be like 1.5.
But it might be exciting as they wonder whether or not the news has gotten back to your fiance yet.
Yeah.
They'd be like, how is this out? But he hasn't done it yet.
Yeah. some time traveling.
Well, this is the third Oops the Podcast proposal.
Yes.
In our many years in existence. So walk us through it all, bro.
Yeah, I guess, in terms of how we got here, I'll keep it brief, but Vic and I have been together for 8.5 years. She's my best friend. We met in college, and we've lived together for a couple of years now, and it's just been, some of the best times of my life. Wow. So
very nice.
She's my rock. She convinced me to quit my old job and join Oops,
wow.
Which is kind of hard. You would think that, a lot of people would be like, that's not a smart idea. She was very supportive, and she believes in me. And
well, I don't know if people realize the sort of reality on the ground of making that decision. Because I think from an outside perspective, maybe it might be obvious, but depending on the stitch, like it was definitely like a leap of faith, especially initially, you know what I mean? Came in as like, I guess an intern technically.
Yeah.
Not that we're some big organization, but yeah, like that is especially because Lynch had a solid job and, it's definitely a decision that I can imagine being hard. So it's solid that she was supportive.
Yeah, and so like that kind of sealed it. Like she's my ride or die, and the plan was always for us to get married. And
so how long has this been the plan?
I mean, it's always. I mean, I think I knew once we moved in together, like that was the trajectory.
She knew too.
I think so. I mean, we both have been pretty transparent in the sense like we're gonna get married.
Like this is it, right?
Yeah.
No surprises.
But I've had the ring since the end of July. First reached out. I first inquired about it at the beginning of June. Got my hands on it at the end of July. It's been sitting in my golf bag in our storage unit.
It's tough to just have that thing sitting there, right? You just want to pull it out.
Yeah, I'll go down to the storage unit a little more often than usual. I'm a little more helpful to get our paper towels and our toilet paper. I'm taking initiative to go down there just so I can pull it out and smell it and put it in my mouth, and I enjoy looking at it. It's very pretty, so I'm excited to give it to her. Did
you do the street handoff with the guy?
No, I went into the building.
Nice.
I went into the building, and my guy was he was a very silly person. He asked what I do. I said I do stand up, and I'm working, and I do the podcast. And he's like, "Oh, I got a joke for you."
Oh, nice.
And so he's like,
"What of those?
What was it? They were very inappropriate jokes. What's the one that stuck with me? I would go in there, and I just, I want to get the ring. I want to get out. I didn't want Vic to know I was in there because of the location. And I end up in there for 45 minutes longer than I wanted to. 45 minutes into hanging out with him, I still have yet to see the options of the rings that I asked him to collect for me, or of the diamonds that I asked him to collect for me, because he's just on his 37th Jew joke. Like what's one? He said, why is it so hard to keep Jews behind bars?
Why?
Because they love locks.
Very good.
And so every time he
good.
did that, you know, I had to
He
give
is
him,
Jewish, I take it.
yeah. Every time he did that, I had to give a ha ha ha. And then, you know, by like the 20th and the 30th, I was getting ready to be like, okay, can I take a look of what you got in that box right there, please? Like, I gotta get my day going.
Dude, you can't give him the laugh if he doesn't deserve him. You got to hit him with the not bad, not bad.
Yeah. I mean, I gave him all my laughs at the beginning because I thought he was going to say like 2 or 3. And then at like 7, I'm like, ah. So like I would do like, I get that one. Or sometimes it'd be like, I'm like, nah, that one's not really for me. And then he's like, okay, I got another one for you. Like he just had so many in his pocket. And I met up with him twice. So I sat through that 2 times.
It's crazy that to me when they say you can use this and then they tell a joke like that. Like, have they seen stand up? Like, no stand up is like, all right, the Jew and the Arab walk into the bar. You know what I mean? Like, no one does that in stand up. It's like a different.
I mean, and he had jokes about having sex with prostitutes under the boardwalk, a koala impregnating a Russian woman, like everything. And
use it in your thing, bro. You didn't think of this joke. Someone else told you this joke.
Yeah.
You don't have the right to tell me whether or not I can use it.
Yeah, but he was a good guy. And eventually he showed me the goods and we were in the clear, put it in my golf bag. It's been down there for a little over a month now. And yeah,
Did you pull it out and look at it every once in a while?
Yeah, I go down there and when I go to run little in-house errands, I go down there and I take a look at it. So she's always checking like the bedside table and underneath our bed where I have all like my camera stuff. She's
gonna find it?
Not looking for it. That would be insane red flag behavior if she's just like itching to find the ring. But she's always just going in there looking for like a nail clipper or XYZ, the most miscellaneous item. She'll check everywhere, so nowhere is safe except inside my golf bag, which is behind a zipper.
What's she looking for?
Just random stuff, but she could totally
Have you seen my
she
so-and-so?
stumbles. She's always in my bedside table, which is really just filled with like bills that I'm not going to pay and stuff like that. I just stuff it in there. I don't know how yours looks if you have, but yeah, like tickets and stuff. So that was never an option. But yeah, this weekend, Saturday is the plan.
So what's the plan, dude?
So the plan, and I'll lead you with this. We are dealing with quite the hiccup right now.
Oh yeah, I want to hear about that too.
The plan is for her cousin Raquel and Clint to.
Have I met Raquel?
She may have been at my. You may have met her at my surprise birthday party.
Yeah, I think
briefly.
I met Clint.
And Clint. Clint came to the Stanford show.
Yes.
Anyway, so they live a block down the street from us. That Raquel is Vic's cousin. So the decoy is to have a reservation at some pancake place in Greenpoint.
Yeah.
So we're gonna walk down, meet them at Domino Park, and then walk to the pancake place. Except we don't have a reservation, and Clint and Raquel are not going to be there together waiting for us. I proposed to Victoria at Domino. Clint comes out with a camera. He's doing video. My best friend Pete comes out with a camera. He's taking the photos. I propose. Hopefully she says yes. And then the plan is to go back to Raquel and Clint's apartment, which has the most stunning rooftop I've ever experienced. And we're so lucky to have that space. You have full panoramic views of the East River and Manhattan and all the bridges, and it's stunning and it's private, and it's in the Hasidic Jewish part of Williamsburg where there's no buildings taller than it. So it's really unobstructed. So the plan is to go up there and bang out some photos. And so we go up to the rooftop, except plot twist, no photos, friends, and some friends.
So it's early in the day at this point?
Yeah, we're gonna do this. The proposal will be around 12:30, and the surprise party within the hour after that.
Got it.
Go to the rooftop and small group of friends. Her family will be there. We had accommodations and we got everybody at different spots.
Does she think they're going to be in the city already? Or it's a complete surprise?
No, complete surprise. She has a friend flying in from Chicago. Her Boston buddies are flying up the day of. It's a beautiful day, by the way. The day of, they're going to fly up and they're all going to hide at the apartment.
From Boston or from some?
From Boston. And same from Chicago. Or I don't know when she's getting it. Regardless, people are coming from all over, and we contemplated, me and her cousin and other people I was like planning this with, contemplated having them come in for the weekend and like make it less of a surprise and make it more realistic, but we're really leaning on the full surprise.
Nice. Because
the most important part of that day for me is surprising her with her family and some of her closest friends. That is what's most important to me, besides her saying yes.
Was Clint like, and then we'll pitch a tent? You're like, Clint, enough. Enough with the tent. No tent.
No, he's good though. Oh, they're so good to us. They're such dear friends, and I'm so grateful that they live like right down the street from us. That this actually is like a realistic and viable option to continue the surprise. So
what's the problem? You said there's been some hiccups.
So I got a text from Raquel 4 hours ago saying we got a problem, and her apartment building is doing some reconstruction, and they just started putting some cranes on the rooftop today. And they're like mini cranes though. And it's a big space, but they're like digging up the tiles.
Jeez.
And so she contacted the building and was like, can you please like not do anything on Saturday? And also what is like the quality of the rooftop going to be like come Saturday?
Right.
And we don't really know what's going to happen there. So I've just been today putting together like plan B and plan C for the
venue. Who else has a good roof?
Yeah, we have a really nice roof. Not allowed to go up there with guests.
Oh God.
It's a very strict rule, and I don't know why. My only theory is that something must have happened.
Right.
Something one time, one person did one thing that ruined it for everybody that lives in my building. It would be a perfect space.
Perfect.
So I'm dealing with that right now.
Usually they don't do construction on the weekends, but like if it's a full-on construction zone, it might not be open.
I mean, if the damage is done, the damage is
then
done.
I guess I'll be leaving.
Here, I'll show you guys a picture of what it looks like today. And the thing that's frustrating about it is that they've had the scaffolding up for a month.
On her building?
On her building. I didn't know about this until today, but they've had the scaffolding up, and they announced that they were going to be working on this throughout the month, or at least last month. And I think they're waiting until the very last week possible to do it. So this is what it looks like right now. Like these kinds of cranes where I think we'd be able to work around it. And I'll put a photo. I'll put a photo in the video version of the episode for you guys. Sorry?
Are they doing anything on the building itself? Because it looks like they're facing the other direction, the cranes.
I think they're using it like as a pulley system. I don't know necessarily what they're doing.
Shit onto the roof.
But here are the tiles, and here is what's underneath it. And this is, I think they're going to dig this all up this week. But in my opinion, and I was talking to Raquel about this, like if that's the worst that it is, I think it's pretty manageable. If it's just like, the ground is just a little like pavementy and a little not like if there's no tiles, I don't think it's that big of an issue.
Yeah, as long as you're allowed to go up there, I think it shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah. So the lady is talking to the construction people, and she seems pretty understanding, and she's on our side.
The lady,
the person at the building.
Got it.
And so she seems to be pretty understanding.
She's on your side.
Yeah.
We all love.
Yeah. So I mean,
what's plan B?
Plan B, I'm still figuring that out. It's either at the park next to Domino, like the round park.
Right, because there's got to be parks every couple blocks over there, right?
Yeah. So that's one of the options, and then the other one is our friend JoJo, who's a listener of the pod. Shout out JoJo, thank you. His rooftop, but he lives in because it's a treat, and it's. I'm so grateful to have options here. He is in what's the new part of the city in Manhattan?
Hudson Yards?
Yeah, he's in Hudson Yards. And so that's a great, and it's a great rooftop, but the whole exciting, believable part of the surprise is that everything is in walking distance. And we don't really go into Manhattan unless we have a reason to do that. And I know Victoria's first thought would be, why don't we just, sorry?
Subtle flex.
I guess so. I mean, that's the perk of living in Brooklyn.
Sure, Brooklyn's way more chill.
Brooklyn is sweet, dude. But Vic would be like, why don't we go to Clint's rooftop?
Right, exactly.
And so
would that also fuck up the situation with the people who are coming into town? Like, is everybody staying in Brooklyn, or like, how is that all working?
Everyone's staying in Brooklyn, but everyone we'll be able to make whatever location work. If it's Hudson Yards, we'll make it work. The only other thing is Victoria is training for the marathon right now. And so she's going to be running all around Manhattan and Brooklyn early Saturday morning. She's running 18 miles on Saturday for her training.
Before she gets engaged.
Before she gets engaged.
What the fuck?
So, we
That's
Raquel is
wild,
trying
bro.
to find out her route because she can be sporadic and she can change her route.
So many bogeys potentially.
I know. So I haven't communicated that the venue might change to anybody yet. And I know that I got enough like captains that I've told about it. They'll be able to take care of it and it won't be an issue.
Yeah,
and there's no reason to share that info until it's final.
Right.
But I got to lean on plan B because even if the lady in the building is like communicative and the construction people agree, they totally could just forget about it and just continue doing it. Like, so I can't really rely on that space being the space until like Saturday morning when they aren't working.
Right.
And then we assess what we're working with.
Interesting. Yeah, because like Hill Dog's situation, when she had friends who came from out of town, I made sure to tell everybody avoid these couple blocks. But it's going to be hard when the entire city is potentially in play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna set like curfews, like morning curfews for people.
No going outside before 10 a.m.
I wish we had the underground tunnel system that the Hasidic Jews have.
Well,
in
it sounds like you're
Williamsburg
close to being
go around.
having access.
Pretty much.
This is your third separate reference to the Jewish community in this story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lynch and I have had a lot of fun doing daily fantasy, making our lineups using Prize Picks.
Prize Picks.
Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Over 5 million active members. It's the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps on Prize Picks, it's just you against the numbers. It's pretty straightforward. You basically just select a lineup of various more or less scenarios pegged to the different sports. It could be like a player's stats in a specific category or their overall fantasy score or a variety of different things. And you can mix and match from the different sports, which is really fun. And I just like how easy and straightforward it is. The interface is really fun to look at. It's really like satisfying. The big photo of the player, I'm like, ooh, Tyreek Hill's looking good, dude.
Mm-hmm. There's no confusion. It's right there in front of you.
Oh, dude. And Tyreek Hill, speaking of Tyreek Hill, when I saw that he had gotten arrested on the way to the stadium or like pinned to the ground, I was like, oh, I'm taking the more on him.
Mm-hmm.
You guess what?
More.
That worked.
Whole lot more.
You knew he was going to. I loved seeing him in the end zone, putting his hands behind his back. I was like, ooh, I love that. And even, dude, as everything's been released about that, more and more, I'm like, oh, Tyreek, dude. What a legend.
Just more.
More.
With Prize Picks.
More it up. But yeah, so one Caleb Williams passing yard gets you 1 win on Prize Picks every week in September. That's right. Only 1 yard gets you an automatic win every football weekend in September. 4 weeks of free W's. Don't miss this deal on Prize Picks because it's gone when September ends. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. And Prize Picks is the best way to get into action on sports in most states, including California, Texas, and Georgia, as well as a variety of other states. So check it out and see if Prize Picks is available where you're at and get in there and enjoy it.
Yeah, so download the Prize Picks app today and use code OOPS and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code OOPS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. It's such a beautiful space, and I really hope it works out. Because then we also have like the freedom to blast music and BYOB. And so one of my other options is like a bar where like they don't charge you to like they're not going to charge you what's it called? Like a certain amount you need to spend. What's it called?
Like a minimum.
There's no minimum, but it'd be more fun if everyone could bring what they want. And I know that people are going to be taking care of stuff for us. And I want it to be as casual and chill.
Private sounds good.
And private as
if
possible.
So I'm trying to think other ideas for you. The Hudson Yards idea is okay, but it's just far. It would be nice to keep it in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So, all right, if that roof doesn't work out, it doesn't sound like there's anybody else who necessarily has a roof that you guys would tie with. And then, okay, the park idea is decent, but agreed. It's nice. The idea of like having your own setup, your own music, and maybe this time your brother can be the hero with the music.
Yes.
He's going to be there ready to go, bro.
He will be. I like the park idea. And I like how it's close, and like there'll be something special with like we do the proposal and then we keep walking, and then it's kind of like it's linear.
Oh, well,
the surprises are
who's it?
linear.
Yeah.
I mean, we could really do something where like every 30 feet we have a friend holding a flower, but that's like a little. That's not my. I don't want to do that. That's lame.
Yeah, that's too
it's-
anticlimactic.
It's giving the proposal that was for I think I Want to Marry You. You see the one where like there's a camera in the car, the Bruno Mars song, and it's slowly pulling out, and it's a whole dance number on the street.
Oh, that's fun. A
Yeah.
flash mob of all her friends.
Yeah,
So
but we're-
Bollywood.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think that the attempt. So, how many people is it going to be total?
I think like 20 to 30.
So, too many for your apartment, probably, right?
Way too many.
Too
And
many?
that's not the vibe.
Not the vibe.
It's gonna be a
decent.
beautiful day on Saturday. 83, no rain until next week. So I really wanted to. I like the park idea, but I don't like the idea of other people being around, and we can't listen to music. And I don't know. I also don't. I'm also worried because Vic definitely runs by there, and so we really gotta like when Vic gets into the apartment, like it's like go 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 go
Yeah,
go.
right. Well, okay. 2 questions for you.
Yeah,
Question number 1: how long will it take her to run 18 miles?
a couple hours.
Jesus. Well, so yeah, and then like I'm assuming she's not gonna like go all out like she would in the race, for the 26.
No.
So 18. So it'll take her what, like 3 hours or like 2 hours?
Let's say 2.5.
2.5.
Or we
Okay.
let's say 2.5.
Crazy. And then she'll be done. Okay. And then come home, shower.
Pancakes.
And there's no chance. So like, there's no chance where like the pancake thing she'll like change her mind because she's tired.
No, I don't know the name of this place. She's been dying to go here for years.
Okay.
They closed. They just opened back up.
Are you going to order pancakes from there for the party?
No,
You should.
we're gonna go there the
Nice
next
touch.
day. We're gonna go there the
okay,
next
okay.
day with her parents and my parents.
Fun.
So
That she can't pull but I wish not that she would do that. But
yeah,
so you're taking care of the pancake craving.
we'll get that taken care of the next day.
Well, dude, this is a suggestion. If it doesn't work out, you could have my apartment if you wanted. I'm not going to be here.
Where are you going?
We're going to be gone for Hill's shower,
Thank you.
and it may not make sense for you to come over this way or whatever. But if that is a vibe, feel free.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
If it might be weird, but you can think.
No,
about
not
it.
weird at all. I really appreciate that. I want to be outside. But
Respect.
Thank you. Thank you
Respect.
so much.
Respect. Yeah, of course.
Um,
Well, good luck, bro, and let us know. I mean, we look forward to hearing the updates when everything unfolds and
yeah.
it'll all go according to plan.
Thank you. And then we'll see.
I wish that I had hidden mine a little better. I made a tragic mistake. So I went to the stand, and I think I was sitting with Max Manikoff, who's done the pod, JC Mendoza, who's done the pod, and his girlfriend Samantha Santos, who we should have on the pod sometime. She's a very funny, cool girl. Good crew. And I was drinking, and I was excited, and I got home. I was a little tips, and I started acting weird. I think that's when I started giving up. I'm like, I was like asking her to take selfies in bed. She's like,
Oh
"You
yeah.
good?" Yeah. I was like all like hammered and like being really like lovey-dovey, and I kind of fucked it up. So she started to suspect, making her get her figuring out how to get her nails done, sort of gave it away a bit. I forget what else. You guys know the episode. You've listened to it, most likely. And if not, it's, I don't know, a year ago or whatever. Almost exactly a year ago, actually. So there was those couple things. I think she sort of maybe thought that I was going to propose, but then like kept being like, no, there's no shot. But then being like, is he gonna? And then being like, no. But then like fully surprised by the family. So you have the opportunity to sort of like redeem yourself if you happen to fuck it up. You mentioned that she thought that you might be proposing last weekend.
Yeah.
Where were you again?
We were home. And we like had plans with friends and things like that. The only time that she's ever like gotten suspicious is when her friends texted me in the group chat I'm in with them titled Golf Weekend with the Boys. Her friend told me that Victoria texted us because she wanted to grab your phone to look something up, and you grabbed it real quick and put it in your pocket and said no. as in like you can't touch my phone.
So did you do that because of anything in specific, or because I don't let Hill fuck with my phone either?
I don't like her touching my phone ever.
Yeah, it's just like I don't like anybody on my phone.
And it had nothing to do with Ring Talk. And so,
yeah, right.
But
That's so annoying.
I guess but that was a couple weeks ago. So I think we're in the clear. I think I haven't thought about it. This is the first time I thought about it. Honestly, once this hiccup came, I thought everything's perfect. Everything's taken care of. I got great people helping me out here. Now today I'm starting to think about it. Vic has no idea. Like I'm not acting different. And so I really think she's going to be surprised.
Nice.
I just like have been such a dick to her. Like she like has no idea.
What do you mean?
Nothing. I'm just.
Are you actually?
No, I'm not. But just imagine just being super dismissive.
Ryan,
and like,
do you want? I have some extra food. Do you want to? Shut up,
bitch. No.
Hey, why don't you shut up?
Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you shut the fuck up? I would never.
I get you a warm glass to shut the hell up.
So yeah, no, it's. I just hope we get the roof, and if not, we'll make it work. But,
The roof is on fire, Lynch. The roof is on fire, my friend.
And I just hope we get that Disney Channel ending where like the construction workers have like, you know, it in their heart to not do their jobs that they need to do for their lives.
Bro, you're not allowed to do construction on the weekend.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to.
Well, Raquel's going to be checking every day to see the progress that they make. I hope that they're one of the lazier groups in the union.
You're just fucked if it's an open construction site because like
I still want to do it no matter the condition on this rooftop. I feel like we can make it work.
dude, so this is the only other thing I'll say. Like, have you actually legitimately asked all your friends if they have access to a roof? If you just started like going one by one and asking, you might be able to find something in the neighborhood or something. I mean, maybe you've done all that already, but like, because I remember when they did construction on our roof in our first building that Hill and I lived in together, like it was just closed forever, like for like 9 straight months or something.
Yeah.
So like that would suck if that happened.
We got a roof. We have a roof. It's in Manhattan, so it'll be a little bit of a hike, but it'll be a beautiful private space. And
have you figured out specifically how you're going to make that make sense?
No, but I will.
Okay.
I will.
Should we work on it right now?
No.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Okay.
I think we're good. I'll figure that out. There's a couple other things we should probably get to. But
Wait, what?
well, not to do with the proposal.
No, but I will. So I don't want you to think that you're ball hogging the episode.
I don't know. I'm not.
This is important stuff.
I don't feel that way at all.
Okay.
I think though that I think I've said everything in terms of the planning. And I'm hoping I don't want to plan it out because I still feel pretty good about.
You still feel pretty optimistic about the roof.
Yeah, it's gonna be like exposed, rusty copper.
I mean, bro, all right.
Someone's gonna get tetanus.
All right.
But
I hope so.
We'll see.
So you seem optimistic that it's going to work out at that roof. Is that like the vibe you're getting?
No, I'm kind of being unreasonable.
Are you
right
panicking
now.
a little?
No, I'm just angry. I'm really angry because that roof. It's September.
Perfect.
It's beautiful out, and I don't know why they're tearing it up. The roof's in perfect condition, and so these are questions that, like, if like a pro came up to me that was like in charge of the site, could explain.
Yeah.
As to why they need to do it, but it just seems like they don't need to do it, and especially the weekend that I need it to not be done. It's just like it makes me angry, and I'm really pissed off today about it. But we'll have before the end of the day today. We're gonna have a solid plan
Okay.
B.
And
just
but it will
pissed.
most likely it's going to be Hudson Yards Plan B.
Hudson Yards Plan B with JoJo. Thank you, JoJo.
JoJo, shout out to JoJo. And then yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I am very invested in this now.
Okay,
I'm trying to think of how we can do it, but we don't have to do it.
No,
This is your battle.
no. The only other thing I wanted to talk about, besides whatever you want to talk about before the end of the day, was these bomb threats that are going on at Quinnipiac. But we can put a pin in that for a minute.
Yeah, put a pin in the bomb. Put a pin in the bomb.
They keep happening. That's all I'll say. We'll talk more about it later.
Quinnipiac bomb threats.
Another fun wrinkle to add to like the layers of surprise for Victoria is that she's really close with her older sister, and her older sister wanted her to have like a specific dress to wear to the surprise party. And so she's going to be at Raquel's with the dress.
Fun.
And so, but it would be awkward for Victoria to go up to the surprise, hey everybody, then go downstairs and then put on a new dress and then come back up and revisit the party. Because that was like the logistics of how it would happen. So then we got creative with it where we're going to have, let's just assume we get to do the rooftop in Brooklyn. We have Clint with
Fucking
the
Clint.
dress. And I'm going to be like, yeah, Valerie sent this to us. I had Clint bring it. He wants you to wear this for photos. And so we're going to go back to my apartment.
Smart.
Go back
Because
to my apartment. She changes
that's
into that.
smart.
And
That's
then we go to Clint and Raquel's to just bang out the photos. Because we're not big photos people. We're not planning on doing any photos where
That's
we're
good.
like, I love you. Like, we're not going to do that. But it's just, she'll be so blacked out, I bet. Was Hill Dog blacked out?
I could ask her. I don't know. Maybe.
So I think she'll just be so, it's like, yeah, sure, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And we're also telling her that the reservation for pancakes until
we pushed it.
we pushed it a couple hours later.
So, okay. So this is a really great plan.
Yeah.
Now, if Hudson Yards,
I guess we have to figure that out.
we should figure it out, Lynch, just in
Okay.
case. And
Okay.
because we can really make you feel good about that right now.
Yeah.
And this will be fun.
Okay.
And we can talk about it. Unless you like truly feel uncomfortable for some reason.
No, I'm not uncomfortable for any reason. I just talking about it means it's happening. And I don't want, in retrospect, Vic to be like, oh, he's not happy about what we ended up doing. Because whatever we end up doing, I'll be happy about doing. And we don't need to cut any of this. But I just found out about the rooftop not being a thing.
She's going to appreciate that you're trying your best to give her the best experience.
Yeah, I just found out, guys. And this was the plan for
Dude,
weeks.
you don't sound like you're being a little bitch.
No, I know that, but I'm really upset about this. It really makes me upset.
It's frustrating,
And
yeah.
I've had this has been set in stone for like a month now, and then this just happens out of the blue, and it just seems like it's being done for no reason.
It's annoying.
And so it's just upsetting. But the other apartment.
So at this point, you have to bag the pancakes, which we'll easily be able to do already because the plan has changed.
It's gonna-
right?
yeah.
So at this point, when you're going to go switch into this new dress, you already know that pancakes is happening later in the day.
Yep.
Now, is that realistic? Does a pancakes place serve pancakes all day?
Yeah, I think they're open till like 3 or 4, and so the reservation's at 1. So yeah, we can play with that.
Okay, so then how do you get her to go to the city instead? You know?
Something I haven't thought about yet.
So, okay, let's walk through the timeline. So, and this is going to all work out. You're going to get your number one choice. It's going to work out with the roof. So this isn't even going to matter, but it'll be nice that you've thought about this in the meantime, just in case.
No matter what happens, it's going to be great.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be great.
Dude, it's going to be amazing. The family's coming. You're going to figure it out. It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
So
New York.
if you end up in the city on the roof, okay, I have something. You could always just do like, I have something special planned. Like I moved the pancakes to tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You could just say that and be like, I have like a really fun thing planned or something. I don't know. Or maybe we're going to go meet Clinton and Raquel are actually waiting in the city where we're about to meet them and do something special.
Yeah.
Is that good enough?
Yeah. I think if we have to go into Manhattan, I might need to show her a little bit of what's behind the curtain and say, your parents and my parents are coming in for dinner tonight. And then do you think that could be, is that too revealing?
Maybe. You may not need to do that. You might be able to just be like, I've planned, like you've now planned that you've hijacked the day, but in a good way. You're like, I've planned this really special day for us. So just like go roll with it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to the big city. We're going to the Big Apple. Maybe you're going to go to the fucking Little Island or something, or somewhere that makes sense over there, or maybe whatever, wherever you're going to go, you'd be like, just, we're going to go. I have a surprise or something, but it doesn't have to be like, because then she's going to start wondering where everybody is and shit.
Yeah. Cause she's going to be making calls or
Yeah.
she's going to want, I can't tell her to not do that.
So this is actually a really clever thing to do. This is what I did, not to toot my own horn, but I talked to all of her friends, and the ones who weren't going to be there, I told them to answer her FaceTime. And the ones who were going to be at the party, I said, don't answer. So this way, enough people answered that she wasn't suspicious. because if no one answers, she then is going to be like, what the fuck? And if you're going into the city and you're taking an Uber to the city, she has way too long of a time to FaceTime everybody.
Yeah.
So you have to like figure that out too.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I didn't even think about Uber is probably the best move too.
Probably.
Make her walk all the way across.
When you're getting engaged, you might as well suck
Yeah.
it up. As
Yeah.
shitty of an expense as that's going to be.
It's okay.
It's going to cost a percentage of what the ring costs. Just to
Yes, that's not far off.
So who lives in JoJo lives in Hudson Yards?
Yeah.
Is there something special in Hudson Yards? You know, like, is there something special in Hudson Yards, or is there a way to get to Hudson Yards, but say you were going somewhere else? Are you going to go to the something to take pictures? Like, there has to be, and look, you could just be like, whatever, fuck it, we tried, and we're going to reveal and then go to Hudson Yards so we can have the party at the rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you like the park idea better. I mean,
No, I don't like the park idea. We're not going to do that.
okay, so rooftop, private
It's a rooftop.
100%.
It's going to be close to the water, so neither of us are very nautical, but I could lead her to believe that we're doing some sort of boat thing.
Not a bad idea. What about this idea? What if you make it seem like a couple local friends are going to be there?
Yeah.
And when she calls them, they're there. Oh, hey, like, who's the girl who's like in good shape, who I always see around here? She's like super chill.
Oh, Adriana. Yeah.
Adriana, hey, what's up? We're in Hudson. Like, congratulations.
Yeah.
And then 4 or 5 of them are going to be there. And oh, that's fun. But no inkling about the out-of-towners.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
That's good. Yeah. So one of the that's a great idea. Because we have the new New York friends that we made through Raquel, and so that all is in house. Everyone
All
that's been a
in-house.
part of it is in house except Pete.
All in-house.
But he's fine. He's probably gonna marry the two of us.
Pete,
so,
the cat's already out of the bag though, because he's filming.
exactly. So that we did think about, like, oh, the New York friends want to like have a toast, and though it's a little hike, I mean, she'll be happy to do it. He's got
Right,
a
it's
beautiful space,
Exactly.
and then I want the out of towners, and I want her family to be like the big.
Yeah. Boom, bomb, boom. Which, good segue for what we're about to talk about next. However, but dude, the other thing is during that whole time, you can be like, I wanted to do this in so-and-so's building, but fucking construction, ha 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 ha. But like, this rooftop's sick. They're all over there. Like, they all know, like,
Yeah.
and then boom, she gets there. The Armenians have arrived. Still acting like the Armenian soccer team's going to win against Macedonia.
Yeah.
Which,
How are you doing on that, by the way? The thing that sucks about that, by the way, Vic's brother highly suggested earlier today to place a bet on Armenia to win their soccer match today. And Julia and I hit that hard.
it's still tied in the 57th minute.
Okay.
We'll take that.
Julia, you want to know one of the worst things about going to the grocery store?
What is that, Lynch?
But I just hate how busy it is.
I know.
And I hate bumping into people with my shopping cart when I am trying to get out of there as fast as possible. It really is a time sucker.
Totally. And it actually frustrates me, especially when I just pick the wrong time of the day to go. I'm like, I have a flexible schedule. Why have I done this to myself? It's the same with the gym. I'm like, why am I at the gym at 6 p.m.? I can go any time of the day. This makes no sense.
I feel that.
And I very much feel that way when it comes to shopping for food. But dude, there's a variety of reasons why HelloFresh is the #1 option when it comes to cooking and, gathering your food and cooking it, basically. There's a couple things. So first of all, as a cook, I don't feel super duper confident, but HelloFresh arranges everything for you in a way where it's not that difficult to execute any recipe. The hard part to me is sort of like preparing the ingredients to then cook with. That is like an extra step that requires a lot of energy and focus for me because I'm not tried and true with this. So like, I'll get too much or I'll get too little or I'll get a bad one or I don't know how to prepare certain things. HelloFresh completely takes that step out of it. So now all you need to do is do exactly what they say to do and you're good. A recipe doesn't quite do that because a recipe doesn't gather the ingredients for you. A recipe tells you what to do once you've gathered the proper things and arranged them in the right way. You don't need to worry about that with HelloFresh. HelloFresh, literally anybody can make incredibly complicated dishes. And now suddenly there you are cooking beef Wellington and chicken, and you're cooking rice and quinoa and stuff that like sounds easy to cook to people who cook, but to people who don't, I don't know how to do any of that. I'll be doing 5 different things that I don't know how to do simultaneously and doing it well. Making a roux, eating delicious food. They have a great variety. It is the best way to eat. HelloFresh.
For free breakfast for life, go to HelloFresh.com/free oops. 1 free breakfast item per box while a subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life just by going to HelloFresh.com/free oops. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
All right, Lynch, any final thoughts here?
I'm excited about her excitement.
Yeah.
And so that's what it's all about. She's been so good to me, and I'm so glad that I've met her, and I'm excited to just keep doing that with her for the rest of our lives.
Very cute. It's a great feeling. I
Yeah.
remember feeling very much like an adult when I bought that ring. And it was fun to get to do it. And, you know, you'll enjoy it more than you think too. I mean, like, I know, and I remember thinking the same thing, like, oh, this is going to be so fun. Like, I just want to make her happy. Like, it's going to be such a great day, blah, blah, blah. And then I remember how fun it was for me. Like, I wasn't even expecting that.
How, it's been a little over a year now. I'm trying to remember. Did you
It's been a year.
It's been a year?
Yeah.
How much did you like practice?
What I was going to say?
Yeah, I haven't thought about it once.
I don't know if I did either. I think like I had an idea of how it would look. I had the line that I wanted to use, but like I like ran it by a couple people who thought it was weird, and I didn't like land it as heavily as I wanted to because I was a little skeptical because people like didn't get it.
Yeah.
But you're my special boy now, I want to make you my special man. I didn't quite land that as like boom as I would have. I like got down and then I said it and like, you know, whatever. But I have the entire audio recording of it.
Yeah.
Which I know Lynch and I had breakfast the other day and I recommended doing that.
We're going to do that.
So it's funny because she doesn't want to hear it. She like feels uncomfortable, but I think I forget if I synced it up or not, but I still have all the like necessary stuff. If I decide that I want to do that at some point, I will. You know what I mean?
Next time you have a party at your apartment, just like hey everybody, look at the TV real quick. Oh, she would hate that. I love you.
Dude, I tried to put it in the credits of my special and she's like, absolutely not.
Oh,
Because I do a joke about that. Spoiler alert. Once my special comes out, we'll see when that happens. Where I say that, and then I wanted to have that be like the final kind of slide or whatever, but
yeah,
wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Good. Yeah, I'll figure that out.
Well,
Is
let
he
me
close?
ask, before we talk about the Quinnipiac thing, while we're on the topic, I want to
We can hold the Quinnipiac thing. They're going to be doing pipe bombs on campus forever.
Well, dude, so Hill Dog and I, it's right around, our literal anniversary. So, you know, when we're getting married.
Is today your anniversary?
Basically. Today's our anniversary. Like, we sort of like roughly decided when we would make our anniversary, which is an interesting topic because when do you make your anniversary your anniversary? Is it the first time you went out? Is it when you agreed that you were going to be in a relationship? Is it when you propose? Is it when you get married? Are those separate things that you celebrate? I think, and I don't know if there's like a standard way, but we sort of decided that it's going to be once the ball got rolling. We were at a birthday party for our friend. We went out, whose birthday is today. We went out a couple days later. So we've just decided to make his birthday our anniversary. And then we also remember Ricky's kid was born the literal next day after we like went out because his birthday is the 11th. So like that it all like lines up in a way that's like pretty clear. So we've just decided to make that our anniversary. So anyway, so we're getting married and like we're going on a honeymoon. We're kind of spending a lot of money and, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't want to say it's stressful, but you know, you're just like getting all this shit together and you're spending money in a way that you don't normally spend money. So I guess there's kind of this like idea that like our anniversary will be a little bit lower key maybe than it would have been. We're like, are we even going to do anything? So we're going to go to Vic's, which is the restaurant that we got engaged at. We used to go to brunch there when she lived in the East Village. They no longer do brunch, by the way, which is sad.
Good, you got it in though.
It's good we got it in when we did. And so we're going to go there for dinner. Marissa, who came to my special taping, shout out to Marissa, if she still listens to the pod, which I hope she does. she came to my special taping and she got us a gift, which was so nice. And there was a Vicks gift certificate was one of the gifts that she brought me. And we actually haven't been able to use it because we lived in Brooklyn and we just haven't ended up in the city and we've been traveling so much. So we're going to use it tonight, which will be great. I got her a gift. Nothing too crazy, just a little something. But the card I think is pretty fucking funny. So there's all these Polish stores around here that have Polish products. So it'll be like Polish water and snacks and like imported stuff. And then there's like a sort of mail stationery store where you can mail shit and buy money orders and do anything basically. It's very European in there. There's tons of like Polish magazines and half of the cards are in Polish. So a great feature with Google Translate is you can actually put the camera on things and it'll translate for you in real time, which is cool. So I went and I looked at all the cards and I found happy anniversary in Polish. Which is funny. Mm-hmm. And then I wrote the entire card in Polish.
Through the translator?
Yes. And I double checked to see if it would work when I held it. And it does. It translates when you hold it up. And I texted you the manuscript. It's just hilarious how dense that looks in Polish, dude. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Don't include this because I don't want people to see what it says because it's too personal. Wow. But like I held it up and it said exactly that.
What do you think her reaction is going to be?
I think she's going to think it's funny, hopefully. A nice little touch. I mean, it's random, but we live in this neighborhood, which is such a super Polish neighborhood. Her nanny, and her nanny's husband were basically like, not like her parents, basically. Like they are very important to her the way that like an aunt or an uncle would be, I would say is the equivalent. Has a great relationship with her actual parents as well. But yeah, like spent a lot of time with them and they're very Polish. So it's just like a funny, nice touch. So try to keep the spark going.
That's a fun touch.
Yeah, dude.
That's
so
nice.
That's the scoop. So anyway, we'll see. Do you want to talk about that? Talk about Quinnipiac?
Do we have time?
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Okay. So Quinnipiac University, where I went to school, has had a history with bomb threats.
Always?
I mean, ever since I was aware of the school. Last week, I think was the first week of classes, and there were reports via Yik Yak of a pipe bomb.
What's Yik Yak?
Yik Yak is like a anonymous bulletin board. People use it to bully each other. So it's like Reddit.
At Quinnipiac or in general?
In general. It was much bigger 10 years ago. I'm surprised.
Use it to bully each other.
Our school had an assembly 24 hours after we found out about the app because there was so much bullying going on. It was awesome and anonymous. And
awesome.
I went to Quinnipiac, and 10 years ago, Yik Yak was a thing, and I guess it's still a thing. And so somebody posted on Yik Yak. Did I explain what the app is well enough? It's like Reddit. You upvote stuff, you downvote stuff, and it's just one page, and
People
it's
shitting on
just
each other.
messages. Like
kind of like what Reddit's like too.
Yeah, but there's no subreddits. It's like Twitter. You get 152 characters, upvote, downvote, and the best is at the top.
Easy.
So somebody posted on Yik Yak that there's a pipe bomb in one of the bathrooms on the main campus in the main student center. So the school went into lockdown. And so I saw that, and it was like not surprising because I think like once or twice while I was at Quinnipiac, there were bomb threats. And then this crazy story that I heard that happened at graduation in 2013 at Quinnipiac. There was a girl that called a bomb threat in, and it canceled graduation. And we later found out that this girl went to school from 2009 to 2013 was supposed to be her time there. She dropped out or failed out after her first semester, and her parents would funnel her the tuition money for her to pay it, and she pocketed it, and she didn't go to Quinnipiac for 3.5 years, and she pocketed the money, and she never told her parents. I think they were overseas, and so they never found out. Come graduation, they fly to Connecticut. They want to see their daughter graduate. She's not graduating because she hasn't gone to school in forever. And she thought that the best thing to do was to call in a bomb threat to the graduation ceremony. And the ceremony got canceled, but they found her, and that is what happened to her.
So she got caught?
She got caught. Oh, big time. Big mugshot. Damn. Big mugshot. That was what I was seeing when I was
wish
like,
she got away with it.
Yeah.
It's brilliant, dude.
It would have been brilliant if she did it, but I just don't know what it is with Connecticut. Maybe it's the water, but like bomb threats.
So,
is like
but just
big
Quinnipiac
thing.
specifically?
Yeah, this is just from my, like
it's
when I think of the bad things that happened at my school, like it's the bomb threats. And so it wasn't that surprising to see another one. But I just can't believe, like as a parent, like to just not be on top of that.
Dude, 100%.
Like that's pretty sloppy.
Yeah, bad parenting. You got to know. But I've heard you hear shit like that sometimes, dude. So moral of the story, just go to class or at least figure out a way to pass.
Right? Quinnipiac's been in the news.
Quinnipiac in the news for all the wrong reasons.
Let's get
Quinnipiac in the news for the right reasons, folks. No more bomb threats. That's Oops Podcast. Good luck to Lynch.
Thank you.
Come see me on the road. I am in St. Pete, Florida this weekend. 2 shows. St. Pete Brewery on Friday, Coastal Creative on Saturday. It's going to be a hoot. 13th of October at Funny Bone in Columbus, and then the 26th of October, 2 shows at Hereafter at the Crocodile. At @NotJulio, at @NotJulioG on Snap and Instagram. Follow us at Oops the Podcast. He is at Ryan is Really Polite. You got any shows coming up?
This Thursday night, I'll be at Dough Comedy Show at Feeney Pizza at 8 o'clock. More info on my Instagram.
Peace.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.